to the hills, I remember where my help comes from. There's no darkness that your light can put out. Your glory is my mercy, and forever I wanna be praising your name for how you set me free. Whom the sun sets free, oh, is free indeed. Everything I was, you cast into the sea. Your forgiveness is my only memory, as I simply be one whom the sun sets free. When I lift my eyes to the King, I remember all that matters. There's nothing that I've done where I can boast. I'd still be in chains were it not for grace. So I will sing of how you set me free. Whom the sun sets free, oh, is free indeed. Everything I was, you cast into the sea. Your forgiveness is my only memory, as I simply be one whom the sun sets free. Whom the sun sets free, oh, is free indeed. Everything I was, you cast into the sea. Your forgiveness is my only memory, as I simply be one whom the sun sets free. I simply be one whom the sun sets free.
I have my friend, special guest, joining me today, Kevin, Anthony Fowler, K. Tell us the story behind that song you just played, Free.
That song, Free, is taken from John 8:36. Whom the sun sets free is free indeed. It's really speaking about my life. I mirror my life with the story of Mary Magdalene. And she had some issues. The famous story is that she was caught in adultery. The story might not be exactly the same where I was caught in anything, but it's the fact that she was a sinner. But Jesus pardoned her. Jesus set her free. And many a times as people, we might be going through various struggles. Could be the same type of issue that she faced. It could be issues, mental health. It could be, suicide issues. Could be financial situation that is creating a depressive state. And so what specifically speaking to sin itself, what I wanted people to realize that when you're in sin, when you are so locked in, it feels as if you're trapped, feels as if you're chained, sorry. It feels as if you're bounded. And I wanted that to come out in the video, hence why in the video I'm blindfolded and I'm bound, because that's how sin makes you feel, really. And
yes,
only Jesus can set you free. The two songs really tie, so it's hard to talk about one song and not talk about the other. The song Free, as I said, is speaking about God being able to set you free from whatever the situation you're going through. And then I Saved It All. It was a response by Mary of the fact that because of what Jesus did for her, she saved up all of her wages. And so I Saved It All was something similar for me. I saved up all that I had and I wanted to pour it into a song and make that song the oil that I wanted to offer my Savior, Jesus Christ. So that's really the story behind it. I had an idea and I was doing my first writing session with my then producer, Kevin Weinbarger. And I prayed, I said, God, I'm going to be real. I said, God, I can't go in this and flop, So you'll have to give me an idea. And but I was sincere. I said to him, I need you to allow what's inside of me to really come out. And interestingly, after praying, I got up and I started singing, whom the sun sets free is really free indeed. Everything I was, you cast into the sea. And when I went on for the writing session, he asked me if I had an idea, and I said, I think so. And I ran it by him, and interestingly, he said, why do you close your last notes? Why don't you leave them open? So it changed the melody from what I sang a while ago to whom the sun sets free is really free indeed. So for me, it was a beautiful moment being able to partner with someone from two different backgrounds and so created something that was beautiful.
Share your background and what got you into professional music.
So I am originally from Jamaica, for those who can't hear the accent, which I think is very strong. I was born in Montego Bay, grew up in Falmouth. My passion at the time was track and field up until I was about 13, 14 years old. I got a scholarship to William Knibb. And for some strange reason, my mom thought that if I continued down that path, she would be setting me up for spiritual failure. As a result of that, she decided that it's best to get me into Harrison Memorial High School, which is a Seventh-day Adventist Christian institution. And I was rebellious. For the first 2 years, I don't think I did anything in school because she had pretty much ripped me from something that I identify myself with. And so it was very hard for me. During the same time, during that same period, a friend of mine was asked to sing at church. And he wanted some help. So he asked me and another friend to support him. And we did. We sang. I'm not sure if we had sounded good. But I guess for young men, we got a very good reception. And we continue to practice, we continue to do it. And I fell in love with music also outside of track and field. The passion for music continued to grow. Graduating from high school, I wanted to become an agronomist. My mom called the institution at the time, which was not a Christian institution, and they were saying to her, hey, we won't be accepting anyone not until the previous year. My mom said, hey, I'm not going to let you be out of school and not be in a tertiary institution or you're going to repeat high school now. Because of ego, I didn't want to repeat high school. So I said, okay, I will get into another institution. And then interestingly, she said, have you ever thought about doing music? And I never thought of it, but I was always consistently practicing from I was probably 12 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Just have a passion, just like it a lot. And when she said that, it hit me. I was like, okay, that's interesting. And she said, at least do it for a year. And if you do it for a year and you don't like it, then you can go on to what you had wanted to do. And I said, okay. We signed up for that. I got into Northern Caribbean University and I started the program. And I would say because I met great friends, I decided not to leave. So that's just a little backstory of how I got into music.
The background is important because people need to understand that you didn't just jump into it and success came. And I'm happy you mentioned somebody who was there, because even in my own journey, there was always somebody who came in, who saw what I was doing, who saw the direction I wanted to go and took an interest in it and encouraged me to push me along the way. That one person, God always sends that one person at the right time to push us in the right direction. And I love it. I'm going to play I Saved It All. And this song is a response to Free. Take a listen.
I pour my oil on your feet, anointing the one who's anointed me. I saved it all for you. I saved it all for you. I just wanna kneel and honor you, pour out my praise and gratitude. I saved it all for you. I saved it all for you. Seasons come and go, but I can't let go of this moment, holding you so close, telling you how much you're worth it. Everything I owe to you, and I will freely give it. I saved it all for you. I wanna make your memory of people that loved you with everything. I saved it all for you. I saved it all for you. All my affections not for sale. Jesus, you have it, always will. I saved it all for you. I saved it all for you. Seasons come and go, but I can't let go of this moment, holding you so close, telling you how much you're worth it. Everything I owe to you, and I will freely give it. I saved it all for you. Master, Savior, only you are worthy. I'll put no one else before thee, for thee. Master, Savior, only you are worthy. I'll put no one else let go of this moment, holding you so close, telling you how much you're worth it. Everything I owe to you, and I will freely give it. I saved it all for you. I saved it all for you. I saved it all for you. For you.
I have listened to the song before, but listening it now, it's powerful. You can depend on God in any season. That's the first thing. And then we should give God our all, knowing that He'll take care of us. What does your wife and your children think about your music?
They're my biggest critique. They generally, most of the times, they will hear the song long before it becomes
Public.
what people hear.
Yeah.
So sometimes their critique, not fully understanding certain aspect of music, will be interesting. Some of it is true. I think they spend more time though critiquing my performances than the record. They will say to me, "Dad, you could have, you right there, you made you sounded a little bit scratchy." Especially my son, Noah, he would say right there is a little bit scratchy. The youngest one, Nyla, she always give me a billion out of 10. That's her answer. She always say you did great, Dad. The eldest, Nia, she's straightforward. She'll tell me if I did well, tell me if you think I could have been better. My wife is my biggest cheerleader, as you know.
Of course, yes.
She generally hears the songs early too. Sometimes I have to tell her that, remember that you're not the musician. So it's hard for her to hear where the song is going. And so she will back off sometimes and say, okay. And then when she hear what the idea in its full sense, she will say, oh, that's awesome. But I think they all have a good ear. It's different. They are different, and I do listen to them. And I'm thankful to God for the fact that I have them in my life. And I want to thank Sharon. As you know, Sharon is a part of my team. She has been a part of my team for a while now, and she has been a great support. But I want to thank my immediate family for the support and the love that they have given me, having the understanding of what it takes, and allowing me to be of service.
What kind of sacrifice did your wife have to do to allow you to pursue a professional music career with children?
Sometimes financial. She will understand that music costs a lot. Especially if you want to create music of a high caliber, it costs a lot. So she give me the leeway. It's nothing that we know have to really. We do discuss it, but it's a given. She knows, she understands. I think I said this before, either in an interview or to someone. My wife understood my assignment before I understood my assignment. She understood that Jesus wanted me to be a true representative. Long before I was mature to get it and to live it, she knew it. Because I remember when we just got married, she said something to me that was powerful, that the day you understand what God is trying to do with you, He's going to blow your mind.
After so many years of doing music, what drives you to keep going?
I have some friends who they are key to my start in music, and that's Dari Davis and Andre Milford. They were there from the start. When I started writing, they would help. We would fix the songs together. We would do the tracks together. And we started this unit. My mom would send money like on a Tuesday or a Monday. She was living in the Cayman Islands at the time. Then I would rent a vehicle. I couldn't drive. I didn't have a license. I would drive and we would go to Kingston, Port more specifically, to record. To have friends like that who you're not paying, we would reach to Kingston in the evening, record up until probably 12, 1 o'clock, then drive back to the university area. So we ended up reaching there probably 3 o'clock. Then we have classes at 8 in the morning. So that's the reason why I stopped you, to let them know how much I appreciated them for being there, for being a part of that foundation. I learned a lot. They taught me a lot because for me, they were advanced singers, probably still is. And they helped to nurture the talent that God gave me. I transitioned from the manager, the producer I was working with at the time, to a guy called Dwayne Wire Campbell, and then started doing a lot more body of work. It takes a lot. It takes definitely, you can't do it on your own, so it takes support. My wife is locked in. Sharon, who's a major part of what I do, is locked in. So we try to make sure I balance the time. I try not to take on too much responsibility for certain things, because I try to, when you do that, it can affect your creativity. So she's responsible for a lot of the structure. My wife is responsible for a lot of the structure at home to make sure they're both sync. So if I need to travel, we set that in advance so I can be present. I'm a father. I'm present. So I have to be there. I have to know that the assignment is done, that they have structure in their lives. And so as a result of that, we have to make sure that we create this machine that works.
Yeah, that's beautiful, because it's important for persons to know this, that you're not just there going and recording, because it takes a lot. And as you grow even further, it's going to become way more demanding.
Yes.
So being able to manage it now, and to have that supporting wife who will help you with the children. What influences your genre of music, of gospel music? And how do audiences respond to you?
I would say what influenced my style is simply my upbringing, and the culture that I'm from. I like R&B, so some of that will come out a little. But I tend to, for what people don't know, I tend to go for older singers like Otis Redding, who are strong vocalists, not the smoothest, but has a raw sound. I like that a lot, because he came from the church, and so he sings with a level of passion that is necessary for people to understand the pain or how serious you are about the work. So I would say a mixture of persons that I've listened to over the years is responsible for my sound.
We are going to play another song by Anthony. This song I'm going to play is called Happy. And the reason I love this song, Kevin, I love Happy because one of my favorite songs that you did earlier is I'm Alive. And I'm Alive has a similar message to Happy. So here is Happy.
I'm glad I wake up to a brighter day, and I don't ever have to question, does the nighttime fade? 'Cause as sure as the sunrise, your faithfulness stretches through the skies. I'm glad I wake up, 'cause you're here with me. I'm so happy, happy, happy that I'm alive. I'm so happy, happy, happy that I'm alive. I don't need much, oh, when your light's inside. 'Cause I'm so happy, happy, happy that I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive. I'm alive. 'cause you're holding me, and every day I'm living stronger, 'cause you give me peace. Yeah, my testimony's only that you reached down when I was lowly and you lifted me higher, set my soul on fire, fire. I'm so happy, happy, happy that I'm alive. I'm so happy, happy, happy that I'm alive. I don't need much, oh, when your light's inside, 'cause I'm so happy, happy, happy that I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive. I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive. I'm alive, I'm alive. The trials make me like you. The struggle's just a chain loose. The valley's just a great view where I can see my God move. The trials make me like you. The struggle's just a chain loose. The valley's just a great view where I can see my God move. I'm so happy, happy, happy that I'm alive. I'm so happy, happy, happy that I'm alive. I don't need much, oh, when your light's inside, 'cause I'm so happy, happy, happy that I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive. I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive. I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive. I'm so happy that I'm alive.
That's happy. Beautiful. Whenever people ask me, "How are you?" I always say, I'm alive, I'm healthy, I'm not sick. Because there are things that God gives to us, Kevin, that it doesn't, if we don't have health and strength and life, nothing can happen. No music, no career, no family, nothing. So God sets us up for success from the get-go by keeping us alive. I'm going to read some of the comments that we've gotten. Your wife, and a very nice with the family, says, great repertoire of songs. Of course. And Don is saying, happy I'm alive. Beautiful. The messages in your songs resonate with every single human being, right? Every single human being. Gloria is saying, oh, yes, right? And Larry, we both know Larry, solid stuff. And then Sharon is saying, what an inspiration. Your music is such a positive influence and brings hope to so many. Blessings. That is exactly what your music does. And I'm happy that it's growing and reaching audiences near and far. We're both from Jamaica, right?
Yeah.
And we decided at some point we want to try something else.
Yeah.
So you moved to Canada, and then your family expanded and you moved to the United States. All right. Now, we know about the Black Lives Matter movement and how polarized race issues can be in North America, especially the United States. So the question is, how does being Black in North America impact your career?
I have experienced some form of racism at some point in time. But with all honesty, I don't allow it to be my focus. My focus is I was called to love. Sometimes persons don't understand the struggle that a Black man will or have experienced. It's for me to pray and ask that at some point in time we can have that conversation for them to understand that there's really an issue. It's not something that's made up. But when it comes to my career, I've gotten love and support from all different types of people. And my aim in music was not to speak to people of my own ethnicity, but to speak to people on a whole. And so I tried to write songs that have a common ground experience, and so that I can speak to anyone. I noticed a question in the chat from Larry. What is your motivation behind your choice of wording behind your music? I just need to be authentic. I need to be true. For example, the song you just played, Happy. Most of the times we are looking in our lives, looking for things to see if we're happy, when simply all we need to do is to just breathe and realize that we're not ill, that's something to be happy about. And even if you probably have some pain here and there, there's something that you can find to be thankful for.
Yeah.
So I just segue from what you had asked. I try to speak to as much people as possible. I say, God, I want you to use me for what God has done for me. How he has been merciful to me. How unworthy I am.
Yeah.
Just the mere fact that he wants to use me as a vessel. It blows my mind. And so I genuinely bow to him and ask him, have me do every single thing in my power. Or either you come or you decide to take me. And that's what I'm about. It's a mission. God has accepted me, covered me with his righteousness. Clear that I want to be a representative for him so he can use this gift, this unworthy clay, into, although unbroken. And he's a master potter. He can mend it, he can fix it. And what people are seeing is just God's work. I'm nothing. And I'm not just saying that. I've made so many mistakes that I should not even be worthy of calling God's name. But yet still, as the potter would have it that he pulls the clay to himself, he decided to pull me to himself. And as a result of that, I heeded to his molding, and I'm still heeding to his molding, having fashioned me into what he wants me to be. When I moved from Jamaica to Canada, I lived in Saskatchewan. I still consider myself a boy from Saskatchewan, and I'm going to tell you why. The level of love and support they have given me is simply unbelievable. And so they are a big part of my heart. And so I truly represent Saskatchewan. I truly represent Canada. I was depressed, and so I was looking at my situation as like a glass, as a famous phrase, half empty, half full. And one day, I don't know, I just said to myself, nah, I need to do more. Because at the time, I wasn't doing a lot of recording, I wasn't doing a lot of music, I was only depressed, wasn't talking a lot because I didn't know what to do. And then I started doing some work. I met Sharon and we started doing more work, mainstream interviews. And from there it spiraled. And just when I was becoming very dominant or known in the area, we decided to move. Felt like starting over again. But God is always up to something. Because in coming here, you know, we still work together, me and Sharon and Vision PR. That's the entity Sharon is a part of. That my music comes under when it comes to representative. And I started building some relationship here that if I didn't come here, I wouldn't be able to do that. I tell people the biggest success that I've achieved is not being nominated for the JUNO Awards or to have won the GMA, and I am extremely grateful for those. But my biggest achievement was when I got the chance to record in Nashville. Reason being, as a country boy, have a vision, had no idea how this vision would come to life. And generally, I don't spend the time if you're close to me, you will know. My wife can tell you. My very close friend, best friend, if you would say, Lloyd Douglas, can say that. And I think you know that. I don't spend a lot of time thinking about what I achieve, but more so what's next. And it can be a bad thing. But in the moment, I remember Lloyd Douglas called me and he was saying, I'm living through you. The things that you're experiencing, I'm able to experience them through you, in having a conversation like you would ask me, how was this? How was that? I remember he called me after I recorded with Keith Everett Smith, a great producer. And I was standing at the window and I opened the hotel window in my room and I was looking through it. And I was reflecting on how, when I started singing, how God step by step took me, things that I never even would have imagined, how he took me from there to where I'm at, which is pretty much nothing to a lot of people, but I am grateful for what God has been able to do in my life. Yeah. And I tell people, that's my biggest wow moment. I was like, looking to the window, I was like, I'm me the sinner. Country boy in a Nashville, just record with a gentleman who don't know much of me, but appreciated something about how I sounded and was willing to sacrifice his professional career to give me a song, The Cure, to sing. And I was, to him, probably that is nothing, but I was so grateful.
You moved from public health into wanting to do nursing, and then you applied to join the US Air Force. It is okay to want to try many things, but if you depend on God, He will direct you in the right way you should go. The text said, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not to your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge Him. And He will direct your path.
Listen. That is my text.
Yeah.
And because I've made so many mistakes, that's my text.
Yeah.
I have a strong belief that the Creator created every single person for a particular purpose.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you just allow Him, He will direct it.
Absolutely.
A lot of what we experience is also necessary for the main course.
Yeah.
Because in that transition, you go through a process that He needs you to go through to remove some of the impurities and some of the things that are needed to be removed out of your life. Because 5 years ago, I was nowhere close to this level of maturity.
Yeah. I want to play one last song. One of the songs that I love, and then I'll come back, ask you one last question, and then we'll wrap up. The song I want to play is I'm Alive. Take a listen.
First thing in the morning, I give thanks for another day. I smile, though I don't have no money. I won't let that faze me, 'cause I'm so grateful for life and another chance. I'm gonna go through my day with a beautiful smile, even when things ain't going my way. I'm thankful for the gift of life, gonna share that smile, it will never ever fade away. I'm alive, in spite of all my struggles. I'm alive, won't be drowned by my sorrows. I'm alive, yeah, gonna live like there's no tomorrow. Hey, 'cause today is all I have. Work hard every day for me and my family. It's rough, but I gotta make it. Right now, can't hesitate.
We could keep playing and playing and playing and have a party up in here. Listen, love the song. I love the song. Love the song. I mean, so many wonderful songs with so many powerful messages. I love that song because we're not guaranteed tomorrow.
Yep.
There's no guarantee. God gives us today, and we should do all we can to serve Him.
Yes.
First of all, and whatever comes into our mind, whatever idea He gives to us, try it now. Start trying it now. And we can talk all about that and go into another hour. But I want to ask you, what advice would you have to give to someone who wants to pursue a music career? What advice do you have for that person?
One, make sure it's a calling, because it takes a whole lot of work. I've had sleepless nights. I've cried a lot. Patient. Invest in the gift that God has given to you. Find good support, people who believe in what you're doing. Have a clear vision of what you want to achieve. Have a clear vision of what you will not do and what you will do. And spend time developing the craft, the gift that God has given to you. Surround yourself with people who are not yes people, but people who care about your spiritual life, care about the gift that God has given to you, and want to see you excel. And just work hard, pray a lot, fast a lot. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not to your own understanding, but in all, not some, all your ways, acknowledge Him, and He will direct your path. To anyone who is listening and you're having a hard time, I would tell you not to give up. Many times I've felt like giving up on the journey, but the journey without obstacle most time can often lead to failure, because many a times when things are given to you, it's so easy that you have never placed any thought of how precious it is, or how precious the task, what you're called to do. So it's important. The struggles is important. Struggles is important because God doesn't want you to lean on yourself, because that happened to a very creative being, and so it can happen to anyone. So God wants you to lean on Him for the strength, for the guidance, and He will make everything that should happen in your life happen. I'm saying to you, don't give up. Trust God. Let Him lead. And for anyone here that is listening who have never thought of giving their life to Christ, I would say the time is now, and you should think about it.